And so the screen fades to black. The camera crew packs up their gear. The helicopter flies away. The wind continues to howl over the ice, burying the small, dark shape at the base of the mountain in a blanket of white. By every metric of modern society, this is a tragedy. By every metric of biology, this is a failure. The organism failed to reproduce. The organism failed to feed. The organism failed to survive. If you look at life as a game, where the goal is simply to stay on the board for as long as possible, then yes, our penguin lost. But we established in the very first video that this is not a story about biology, it is a story about the soul. And if you look at life not as a game of duration, but as a game of depth, then I propose a radical idea. He didn't lose, he won. He arrived at the mountains. He found the end. Most people see this as a tragedy, a biological error, but I'm telling you that this penguin achieved the only victory that actually matters. His death was not an accident. It was the price of admission for a ticket he willingly bought. He traded his heartbeat for a moment of absolute, terrifying autonomy, and in a world defined by slavery to instinct, slavery to the herd, and slavery to the routine. The trade is the best deal anyone has ever made. Why do we mourn him? We mourn him because we are obsessed with longevity. We live in a culture that worships the extension of life. We count calories, we wear seatbelts, we save for retirement, we avoid risks. We are terrified of the end. We view death as the ultimate enemy, the ultimate defeat. But the Stoics, the samurai, and the existentialists knew something we have forgotten. Death is not the opposite of life. It is the completion of it. A story without an ending is just noise. This penguin wrote his own ending. He didn't wait for old age to take him. He didn't wait for a predator to snatch him. He didn't wait for the slow decay of the colony. He walked out to meet the end on his own 2 feet, looking it squarely in the eye. He didn't just die. He finished. Let's cut back to the colony one last time. Visual. The chaotic, noisy, crowded mass of penguins by the ocean. They are still there. They are safe. They are warm. They are eating fish. Penguin 4320 is standing next to Penguin 4321. They will likely live for another 10 or 15 years. They will march back and forth. They will breed. They will squawk. They will survive the winter. But ask yourself this, can you tell them apart? Do they have a story? No, they are statistics. They are functioning perfectly within the parameters of the system. They are keeping the species alive. But they are not individuals. They are copies. They are living a long life. Yes, but it is a flat life. It is a life of infinite width and zero depth. They are trapped in the eternal return of the same. Monday becomes Tuesday. Tuesday becomes Wednesday. The year ends. The year begins. Nothing changes. Nothing is learned. Nothing is risked. Now, look back at the empty mountains. Our protagonist is gone. He has been erased from the physical world, but his trajectory cut a scar across the landscape of our minds. He lived a short life. Maybe he only lived a few days after leaving the group, but in those few days, he experienced more than the colony will experience in a century. He experienced the terror of the unknown. He experienced the beauty of the silence. He experienced the agony of effort. He experienced the sublime realization of his own smallness against the mountains. He lived an adventure, and the definition of an adventure is a journey with an uncertain outcome. The colony has no uncertainty. The outcome is guaranteed, survival and repetition. The penguin chose uncertainty. He chose the possibility of death over the certainty of boredom. Is it better to live 100 years as a sheep, or 1 day as a lion? Or, in this case, is it better to live 20 years as a cog in the machine, or 1 week as the glitch that broke it? He is dead, yes, but he was free. And the others, they are alive, but they are prisoners. We need to talk about the price. We love to romanticize freedom. We put it on t-shirts. We put it in car commercials. Be free. They say, follow your dreams, but they never tell you the cost. Freedom is expensive. Freedom costs you your safety. It costs you your comfort. It costs you your tribe. And in the end, It costs you your life. The penguin paid the full price. He didn't get a discount. This is why so few of us actually leave the colony. We look at the receipt and we say, that's too much. I can't quit my job. I have a mortgage. I can't leave this town. I'll be lonely. I can't pursue my art. I might fail. We are smart shoppers. We buy the discount version of life. We buy the safe package. And we pay for it not with our lives, but with our dreams. We pay for it with a slow, grinding sense of regret. Heidegger, the German philosopher, talked about being towards death. He argued that we only truly exist, we only become authentic when we accept that we are going to die, and we live in light of that fact. Most people live in denial of death. They live as if they have infinite time. The penguin walked 70 kilometers towards his death. He embraced it, and in doing so, he achieved a level of authenticity that makes us uncomfortable. It makes us uncomfortable because it holds up a mirror to our own cowardice. We see his frozen body, and we think, what a waste. But deep down, a quiet voice whispers, at least he did it. At least he didn't die waiting for permission. At least he didn't die wondering what if. He died with the answer. The answer was nothing. The answer was rock and ice. But it was his answer. He went and checked for himself. He didn't take the colony's word for it. He didn't take science's word for it. He needed to see the edge of the world with his own eyes. That kind of curiosity is fatal, but it is also divine. So, here we are, the end of the series. You are sitting in front of a screen. Maybe you are at work. Maybe you are in bed. Maybe you are on the bus. You are in your colony. You hear the noise. You feel the pressure to conform. You feel the rhythm of the routine pushing you forward day after day. And you have a choice. You always have a choice. I am not telling you to walk into the snow and die. I am not telling you to be reckless, but I am asking you to identify your mountains. What is the thing that calls to you from the horizon? What is the glitch in your programming that you have been ignoring? Is it a book you want to write? A business you want to start? A conversation you need to have? A life you need to leave behind? It is scary. It will be cold. You will be misunderstood. People will tell you that you are crazy. They will tell you that you are despondent. They will try to fix you and put you back in the huddle. They will say, look at the penguin. He died. Don't be like him. They will use his failure as a cautionary tale to keep you in line. But you know the truth now. You know that his death wasn't a failure. It was a punctuation mark at the end of a beautiful sentence. Do not fear the walk. Fear the standing still. Fear the moment. 20 years from now, when you look back and realize you stayed in the huddle because it was warm and you missed the chance to see who you really were, the mountains might be empty. The dream might be a lie. You might get there and find only cold rock, but the walk belongs to you. The struggle belongs to you. The solitude belongs to you, and no one can take that away from you. The snow is covering him now. Soon, he will be just a bump in the landscape, a part of the geography. The wind will keep blowing. The colony will keep marching. The world will keep spinning. But for a brief moment, there was a glitch. For a brief moment, a biological machine became a conscious soul. For a brief moment, a penguin became a philosopher. Don't let his journey be in vain. Don't just watch this video, click like, and go back to the huddle. Let it haunt you. Let the image of that solitary figure walking into the white void burn itself into your retina. Let it remind you that you are free. Condemned to be free, perhaps, but free nonetheless. You have legs. You have a will. You have a horizon. Use them before the ice freezes over, before the lights go out, before the credits roll on your own movie without you ever leaving the first act. He is gone, but the question he posed remains. It hangs in the cold air, waiting for an answer. Will you stay or will you go? Better to walk alone toward your own end than to march forever in circles as someone you are not. That was the lesson of the Nihilist Penguin.